When we came here in 2010, and then in 2000, we went home back to North Carolina. We didn't want to go home, but we felt like God wanted us to take what we'd gotten here and go home. And so we went back to North Carolina for 2 years. And then in 2012, we moved out here because we'd found our people. That was the bottom line. And we found people that were running after the same things that we wanted to run after. And so we moved here in 2012, and it's wild. We've been here almost 10 years. It's wild now to think we thought we were coming here for a culture of worship. We thought we were coming for songwriting and for worship leading. And 10 years into it, I'm like, man, God had way bigger plans than that stuff. And that's all good stuff. But we came here for our marriage. We came here for healing. We came here for our kids. We came here for so much more. And all the stuff we get to do is good, but it's just icing on the cake too. God wanted Paul and Hannah to be healthy for the long run. And it's so fun to sit up here and think about the last 10 years and what God has done, and it had almost nothing to do with what I thought I was coming here for. I think longevity is such a big deal, especially with creatives, because we're really good at getting hyped up for the moment, but are we in this for the long haul? And some of my heroes are Brian and Jen, Martin Smith, Matt Redmond, Darlene. They've been doing this for a long time, and it's because they're healthy people. They've gone after health in their life and their marriage. And I think there's such a temptation and even an expectation today to appear to be awesome, appear to be lit and fire and sick and all the cool words that cool people say. Social media today is only about putting your best foot forward. And my heart for our community, my heart for you guys, my heart for my kids is that we would be people that are known for who we really are. Not who we put on social media, not who we appear to be, not who we think we're supposed to be, but real, genuine people. And a lot of times when I lead worship, people will come up and say, man, I love the way you lead. You lead with such humility. And I always say, thank you. I'm awesome at humility. Like, that's my best quality is humility. I'm so good at humility. No, I think people mistake authenticity for humility. And I think when you see authenticity, when you see people that are authentically them, it's so attractive. But the opposite of that is very unattractive and awkward. And anytime you see someone being who they're not meant to be, you're like, ooh, this is weird. I hope someone talks to them. But it's true, the world needs the real us, not an imitation. But the reality is that there's a very real dynamic relationship between the desire to be known and the fear that comes along with that. Our heart and our soul long to be known, long for intimacy, but fear a lot of times says, don't let people close. Don't be vulnerable. Don't show the real you. Show the person you think they'll like on Instagram. Be that person. And I've thought, like, is being known even that important? Is that an important thing for our lives? And my father-in-law was speaking recently, and he read this verse out of Matthew, and it really hit me in a new way. It's Matthew 7:22. It says, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name? And then I will declare to them, I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness. Just savage, not messing around Jesus. He's like, you did a lot of awesome stuff, but I didn't know who you were. I didn't really know you. And I think it's so wild to see in that verse, God is showing us that he cares way more about our being than our doing. He cares way more about intimacy than he does about achieving. And that's really hard for me because I'm an achiever. That's my number one strength on Strength Finder. My love language is acts of service. But of course, my wife's love language is not acts of service. So I'm always doing awesome stuff, but she wants quality time. And I'd much rather do stuff for Hannah, to Hannah, hello, Dom, than quality time with Hannah. It was like the message Nathan spoke about the avocado toast and Johnny with the pie. It's like learning how to love God how he wants to be loved. Learning how to love my wife how she wants to be loved. Intimacy over doing.